Good morning, everybody. This super important question came up in the group today, and I decided I'd be better able to forward my message to you if I came on with this little video. So I want to talk to you about rewards and punishments today, and essentially why each time we reward a child, we really punish the child. Now, rewards and punishments are really the exact same thing. When we punish a child, we hope that through the feelings of fear, guilt, and shame, the child would choose a more beneficial behavior next time or this time. But in order for the child to do so, we need to trigger these feelings. We need to make him afraid, fearful, or shameful for who he is right now. Now, these feelings evolve and grow within us and end up really hurting us as adults. We all suffer the consequences of the fear, the guilt, and the shame that were instilled to us as children. Now, but this question that was asked in the group today wasn't about punishments. Most of us know why punishments are not beneficial. The question that was asked about rewards, and here I am coming to you and telling you that a reward and a punishment are essentially the exact same thing. And I'll tell you why. Each time we reward a child for doing something, we shift his inner motivation. Now, children, not only children, all human beings want to be good to and for the people that they love, those they are attached to. All we want, all of us, no matter how old we are, is to be loved, to belong. The need for belonging is the most important and beneficial need of them all, because in the name of this need, we want to be good for society. We want to be good in a society. We want to be accepted. We want to be part of. We know when we belong that we are not alone. And in modern society, we tend to forget it, but loneliness, really guys, it means death. For all human beings, we all come from tribal societies back in the day in which if we were alone, we would not survive. And this is the reason for which loneliness in modern societies is such a prominent feeling. This is why depression is so widespread nowadays, and the more time goes by, the lonelier societies get, and the more depression we see, the more medications against depression that we see, the more prescriptions are given out each and every year throughout the modern world. This is the reason for it. We want to be good for the people who we love, and whenever we are offered a reward for that same behavior that we're supposed to want internally, something shifts between us, within us. And I'll tell you more. This is the concept that stands behind capitalism. We are all taught to work, to do things that we don't like, so we can get paid for them. Think about how crazy it sounds. We don't need to go so far. I can tell you about myself. I spent 8 years in university and then 10 years in a high-tech bubble. I made a lot of money. I had all this money, and I wasn't depressed, but my life was empty. I didn't know why I was doing anything or what I'm doing it for, but I was always taught that if I have money, I can buy things that will make me happy. And so I bought things like we all do when we have money. Do you think it made me happy? No, it didn't make me happy. But this is the cycle. I work more, I buy more. And this is the cycle that stands behind our society, that is the basis to everything that we do and how we think. People are taught to forget that we can do things that we love. People are taught to forget that doing things that we love is what makes us happy. But I know you were probably more looking for an answer that has to do with children. So let's say you reward a child for something that he did today and it worked for you. I mean, he changed his behavior, he cooperated with you for a reward. So he learns, this is exactly what he learns. He learns that if he does something that makes you happy, he gets something in return. So today it's a Batman doll when he's, I don't know, 3. When he's 5, it's an Xbox or whatever it is, I don't know. What do you do when he's 16 and you want to get him at the dinner table? You buy him a car? And what do you do when kids start negotiating, and you hear it at toy stores all the time? If you won't buy me this, this, and that, I won't tidy up my room, I won't do the dishes. If I had a penny for every time I heard that, I would be a very rich person. Again, so I could buy things that eventually won't make me happy. But every time we reward a child, we teach him that there is an external value to things that he does. And when we do that, we shift his internal motivation. We switch it off. We teach him to not listen to it. We teach him to silence it. And when we do that, we disconnect. We disconnect the child from himself. We disconnect the child from us. We disconnect the child from the values that we really want to instill in that child. The values of belonging, of connection, of love, of appreciation. So no, I am not into rewards or punishments. Even if rewards feel nice, eventually they end up punishing the child because they teach the child nothing. What we want to teach children, our children, is how to listen to their hearts and how to follow their heart wishes, and to be happy simply for following their natural inclination for connection and for belonging. I really hope this answers your question, and if you want to learn more about this, I'm discussing this and a lot more in my upcoming masterclass that starts this November 1, in just 1 week. I'll put the link below. Sign up, learn how to communicate with your children, not to make today easier, but to make the future what you actually want to make of it. You can. I really hope to see you there and get to know you better.